Hi, Shabbat Shalom. This is interesting. This is on Andy Giant's channel. The black girl who was so rich, she was declared white. And I'm the white girl who's so spiritual, I'm going to be declared black. And what always used to do me before I even knew all this stuff was white people, pale people like me, Tribe and Dan, always want a suntan, always out in the sun, fake tan, you know. And then these poor black people that think it's better to be light skinned, bleaching their skin. And then you've got wicked celebrities like Paul Michael Jackson encouraging this, you know. Anyway, let's get stuck into Sora. Minnie Moses, my cat, white paw, he's in the what do you call it, in the bedroom, in the wardrobe. And I've already said the blessing. Please say the blessing before Torah. And the music in the background is Shabbat songs, and that's on Justin's Case channel. Just going to subscribe. Already liked it. I'll just turn it down a tiny bit so you don't have to hear me shouting. I'm going to have to smoke, so this will have to be not for children. The last thing I want to do is encourage, or kids as they call it on YouTube. Kids are baby goats, aren't they? Okay, it's Exodus 21, the rights of persons. That's us persons, made in the image of Abba. If you have any questions, please just ask. Oh, and guess what? I've got a new addition. The name of Yeshua, not my horrible tattoo. The name of Yeshua in Korean. Now these are the judgments which shall set before them. If thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. A higher, great I am, my Heavenly Father knows what I'm thinking, so I have to say I don't agree with that on a human level, but I trust a higher, and I know he knows best, so I'm not going to start judging a higher. Been there, done that. If you've done that, don't feel bad, don't feel he can never forgive you. If he gives everything except blaspheme the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. And if the servant shall plainly say, I have my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Ah, that's what I'd probably do, you know. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, Dalet in Hebrew, or unto the Dalet post, and his master shall bore his ear, Joro, that's the Ethiopian, with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the maidservants do. That's in, is it Nehemiah 5:5? If she please not her master, who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a strange nation he shall have no power, seeing he have dealt deceitfully with her. Feminists, you're deceived, okay? Ahaya, the great I am, Abba, Abinu, is not a sexist. Remember, things were different in those days, you know? Look at me teaching Torah. At first, I wouldn't do that. I just wanted to make a video to testify that I was getting some healing for my schizophrenia, and that Yeshua got me off heroin and methadone over 10 years ago. Praise his holy name. And then when I thought I better do a little bit of teaching, even fellow teachers, please be careful, because it says, you know, that the judgment for teachers is a lot worse, because obviously we're responsible in some way for our students, so we can't force them to do anything. And then it says that I'm obviously a woman. If any of you are other women teachers, solidarity. I like Annie, Godly Discussions with Annie. She's from the tribe of Judah. She's an American Negroess. Negroess, is that even a word? Bless her. So I was only trying to teach women and children, and then Yeshua said, no, you can teach men as well. If men want to come to my teachings, and some of you have, some of you young men that I give a little bit of money to, obviously I don't want you to become dependent on me. That happened to me when I was schizophrenic and paranoid to go out. I got dependent. some of you know and are praying for, my dear comrade Adam from the SPGB Socialist Party. He was washing my dishes, doing my shopping, and he's not very good at housework like me. And he said to me that the more I do, or something like that, the more you lose your self-confidence, you know. The reason I can afford to give a little bit of money is because I obey Ahaya Asher Ahaya, the great I am that I am. He provides for all my needs and all Kit and Whitepool needs. Kit and Whitepool is very special to him, and I can say I am his beloved daughter without being big-headed. It's the truth that him at. My sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, mums and dads, adopted, and hopefully my bloodline family. Ahaya promises to provide for all our spiritual, physical, financial, emotional and social needs if we in our turn keep our part of the covenant to obey his laws, statutes and commandments. At first this can seem quite hard. I used to hate Torah, found it so boring and pointless, and I confessed this to Ahaya, and now I delight to learn Torah. I'm always learning from other teachers. His teacher's a lot better than me. I'm not offended if you want to go to another teacher or watch a few teachers. That's what I do. I'm giving you a little bit of money to get you back on your feet, and then he will provide for you more directly. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take you another wife, her food, Magib, MGB, that's Ethiopian, 33° Fidel, or Dabo, DABO, or DABA, Dabo, I can't remember, that's Ethiopian for bread, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. 1 Corinthians 7:3 and 5. And if he do not these free unto her, then shall she go out free without money. Yeah, women are not their husband's slaves. Eve was made from Adam's rib to be a helpmate and to serve him. I don't ever want to get married except to Yeshua HaMashiach, like Lord and Saviour, coming soon on the rapture. But I encourage other sisters to get married, especially younger ones, you know, and brothers as well. Remember what Apostle Paul said, it's better to marry than to burn if you have sexual desires you can't control. I've had a long stream of boyfriends. I never wanted to be alone, never happy with my own company. And I even had a wicked spirit husband who was pretending he was my soulmate, and he was here by permission of Yeshua, or permission, as Kit and Whitepool would say if he was here. Now I've had no sexual desire for a couple of years, you know, so each to their own, but I'm like Apostle Paul in that matter, you know. What I was saying about it's okay for me to teach men, Yeshua says, got permission from the Black Christ, because I'm not in a church setting, you know. My favourite church is the OCC, but I'm not officially affiliated to them. I big them up, and I think that Elder Lawyer, Elder Raha, and some of the other elders whose names I don't know, have much wisdom, chokmah, and they always tell the truth, the emet, obviously to the best of their ability. Same as me, they've had to go back to older videos and rectify 1 or 2 points. That just proves their integrity and my integrity. And the other reason is that I'm not usurping the authority of a man. As you can see, I'm very polite and humble before men, but also before women, children and cats, you know, but to men especially, because that is biblical. I'm trying to be a Proverbs woman, and so should you, sisters. God bless you. And men, appreciate your women. King Solomon said in Proverbs, a good wife is worth more than diamonds, something like that. He that smiteth a man so that he die shall be surely put to death. And if a man lie not in wait, but Ahaya deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place. Hold a watch in Ethiopian, 33° happy, not HAPPY, but HAPE, Fidel. Hold a watch, whither he shall flee. But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbour to slay him with guile, with deceit, thou shalt take him from my altar that he may die. DE, what's DE? Could be Deuteronomy, but normally they write DET. DE 19:11-12, 1 Kings 2:28-34. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death. And he that stealeth a man, i.e. kidnapping, and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. human traffickers, especially traffickers of children for sexual disgustingness, take heed, you know. Ahaya will not be mocked, the great I am, and nor will we any longer. The time has come to say, enough is enough. That's an old punkish song I used to like by Chumbawamba. It was called Credit to the Nation. Enough is enough. Give the fascist man a gunshot. Obviously, I'm not advocating gun violence, although me and Kitten Whiteford believe, same as the BPP, Black Panther Party in America, self-defense is no offence. I'm pretty sure that's biblical. At the same time, we turn the other cheek, as Yeshua HaMashiach, our Black Lord and Saviour, told us to. And he that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. I never dared curse my father, and he wasn't there most of the time. I cursed my mother, especially when I remember once when we all stole a car. Me and some of the I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny, but it is funny looking back. We've all changed so much. That's what's making me laugh. The glory, kabod, we're bringing to a higher. Me and some of the tribe of Reuben. That's the Nungars. That's what they like to call themselves. The tribe of Reuben, the Australian Indigenous people, Aboriginals. Bungs, they're called by most of the white Australians, who, you know, are not born there like the Nungars. Bungs is like calling someone I will say it, a nigger in America. I hope none of the tribe of Judah, brothers and sisters, none of the tribe of Levi coming out of Haiti. Pray for Haiti every day, I do. Even though we're the Melchizedek priesthood and now prophets, priests and kings, it'd be so nice to have the first bloodline and priestly, you know, our brothers, Achis from Levi. She's had so much poverty, and she was the first country to rise up against slavery. And what's the other, last but not least, is Little Benjamin. That's Jamaica and the West Indies. There's a song by Elvis Costello, Oliver's Army is on their way. It's about Oliver Cromwell when he come against the Catholics in Ireland. My nan was a Catholic, bless her. Obviously she's in the wrong place now, and you know, the English oppressed us a lot, but I live in England now, near London. I forgive all the English people. I used to be a supporter of the INLA, Irish National Liberation Army, Freedom for Ireland from British imperialism, and we actually had some white British people come and help us in our cause, you know. Anyway, back to the Torah. Stop. If Kitten Whiteford was here, he'd never allow this, would he, me running my mouth. No wonder women shouldn't teach. But hopefully someone's enjoying it. There's plenty of teachers that just stick to the script, you know. So each to his own. I hope you find a good teacher. No hard feelings if you can't watch me. Maybe you'll recommend your teacher to me and I'll learn a few pointers. Oh yeah, and I cursed my mum because we sold a car and I thought she was going to get me out of it was called Longmoor. What about these Moors that follow Islam? I must testify to them more. I've already done it a few times a few years ago, and I thought she'd get me out of Longmoor, and it was a mixed juvenile detention, you know, in Perth, Western Australia. But no, she let me stay in there the weekend because they wouldn't give me bail, and she come to visit me, and I swore at her, threw something at her, you know. She was very upset. She was only trying to do what was best, teach me a lesson, you know. And obviously I did get a little bit of death through Morgellons, you know, but from death comes life. And if men strive together, and one smite another with a stone, or with his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he rise again, and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he that smote him be quit. 2 Samuel 3:29, free from responsibility, acquitted. Ahaya is a God that loves the only God, and he's one that loves justice and judgment, and so do I, and so should you. I'm sure you do. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall be surely punished. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money. LE, I don't know if LE is Leviticus, because normally they have LEVI, 25, 44, 46, Exodus 21:22. If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, i.e. a miscarriage, how sad for all those little miscarried babies, and all these poor aborted babies, especially in the USA, they're all in heaven with Elohim. And yet they mischief followed, he shall be surely punished. according as the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judges determine. Exodus 18:21-22, and Exodus 21-30, Exodus 23. And if any mischief, harm follow, then thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And if a man smite the eye of his servant, or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth, or his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake. If an ox gore a man or a woman, that they die, then the ox shall be surely stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quit. And that's in Genesis 9:5. But if the ox will want to push with his horn in time past, and it have been testified to his owner, and he have not kept him in, but that he have killed a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and his owner shall also be put to death. Well, that is strict, but it makes sense, doesn't it? If there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall give for the ransom of his life whatsoever is laid upon him. I'm not even going to do this whole chapter, but I'll do some more later, because there could be some of you that are dyslexic or that never learned to read or write, you know. Like some of the Noongas in Australia did it, but they're clever in other ways, you know. If there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall give for the ransom of his life whatsoever is laid upon him. Whether he have gored a son or have gored a daughter, according to this judgment shall it be done unto him. And finally, Exodus 21:32. If the ox shall push a manservant or a maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. Zechariah 11:12-13, Exodus 21:28. Remember to do the blessing first. That's on one of the shorts I've done. Okay, brethren? Okay, please like if you like, dislike if you dislike. I'm all about encouraging honesty and leading by example, as my teachers do that for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment, good, bad or indifferent, and share on your social media. One love, well, that's 17